Hello to you, my fellow Dark Ones. How are you guys doing today? How's life? Yes, today is the day. The day that we're going to get 2 all the mod star blocks. Well, honestly, everything depends if I have not made any boo-boos. Since we have to make 18 all the mod stars, I'm using XNet and I think I have not messed up the filtering. Let us give it a check. Okay, we're getting the blocks. That's amazing. I mean, so far so good. I can't really complain. Does it work? Hopefully, please. Oh, and by the way, we need a hopper. Yes! No. Stop. Well, that was a bit anticlimactic. What did I miss? Dude, that looks exactly the same. Oh, yes, that does look exactly the same because it is exactly the same. It's just that I forgot to awaken these blocks. Yeah, that is the problem. So let me try to get all the blocks, fix the filters, and I'll be right back. Well, actually, just to make sure that it's going to work. Come on. Yes, it did work. 34 more blocks to go. Minus the teeny tiny boo-boo that I made at the start. We're good. However, if you guys remember, a few episodes ago, we did manage to get ourselves 2 Patrick Bs. Don't go in. I have been told that he doesn't like me and he's laggy. Because apparently when I fished him, I punched him. He seems to be fine now. He has been sitting in there for like 2 weeks. In real life, he's not dying. Well, let's see if he goes inside the hive. He seems to like me. Or it's a dude in the hive. Yes. So his productivity is garbage, but that is something that we should be able to fix. I was also sure that we got 2 Patrick Bs. The other one was in a mob imprisonment tool. Are you also fine with me? Yes. Then, ladies and gentlemen, we should be operational as soon as we get 1 block. In a moment. This is a great day. The first all the mod star block. So here is our B. We feed him the all the mod star block. And we have the Starry B. He's damaged. A bit. So at this very moment we have 1 Patrick B to get Patrick stars and we have 1 Starry B in order to get the star shards. We just need 1 more block as a flower. So I guess we don't need this recipe ever again. You might notice a problem. We're out of unobtainium oldemodium alloy blocks. They're still being made. Well, we have 1. I need 1, 2, 3. Okay. I can wait. But we can also check it out. Okay, it's not that bad. 24 more is being made. Hello, Icish. It's been a while. I thought maybe I should use my time productively and we're making molten titanium tungsten carbide. That is used in making the large engraving laser. For later on. But I'm only missing 1 block. Thankfully that stupid block is ready. And this is the final all the mod star. I think. Yes. And that is going to be the flower for our Starry B and the Patrick B. Now they should start actually working. Basically what is going to happen is that the Starry B is going to give us the Starry comb and that's going to give us all the mod star shards. And we can use them in order to make more all the mod stars. Well, at this very moment, this is going to be the recipe, but once we get the Star Forge, we can just craft it like that. But that also means I don't need some of the mobs. So we don't need any pigliches, anything from Cataclysm, and as our chemical plant, well, we don't need anything which makes nether stars. I got 102,000. Oh, do you know why? That's the amount that we have produced. You know, I'm actually simulating 2 withers for like, I don't know, a month. I guess that's the amount of stars they gave us. But these we don't need. Yeah, exactly. This one gives us Aqua Regia, so we keep it. Since we don't need antimatter, I guess we don't need most of the chemical oxidizers. We can reduce lag. It's a good thing. Another very important thing is that our requirement for sulfur has just dropped by a lot. Because I don't need antimatter ever again. Another very good thing is that over here at our reactor area, I don't need any of the machines anymore, so we can just remove them. I can't break that one. It's okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I have removed most of the machines, and yes, now we are processing some all the mod star shards. If we get 54 of them, we can get 1 more all the mod star. And honestly, at this rate, it's not that bad. But we will get more bees, don't you worry. But that gives you nether stars. I don't need nether stars. Anyways, generally speaking, we were already done with the pack once we got 2 all the mod stars. Now we have 2 blocks, we have the Starry B, and I really want the Greg star. So from now on, we absolutely have nothing else to do other than working towards that thing. Another thing that you might notice is that our vacuum freezer is gone. That is because in between the episodes, I transferred it here. I made 3 additional blast furnaces and the vacuum freezer is here. As of right now, they don't really have that many patterns, it's just stainless steel and some tungsten, but they're decently fast. I mean, tungsten steel takes 2 seconds, and stainless steel takes, I think, a few ticks. Yeah. 11 ticks. So what is our main plan? Well, the goal is to try and make the nanoprocessor mainframe, which I don't really think we can achieve it today, because before that I really want to get all the advanced SMDs. And since each and every one of these stupid things requires a different alloy, we have two things to do. One of them is to get the large mixing vessel. For these very specific blocks, I'm not actually going to set up a pattern because we just need to make them once, so I'll just do them manually. Oh, and by the way, the assembling lines have a huge problem, which I didn't know. So yeah, you have to put the distinct bus on yes, but you also need a circuit inside. Otherwise, it's really not gonna work. You can't change it here. Just as a very small example, I'm going to remove this circuit. We put the garbage inside and nothing happens. If I add the circuit, that's the wrong plate. It's that one. Oh boy. Yes, laugh all you want. You have no idea how many alloys I have made. And I'm honestly not a chemist. I have no idea what the hell these are. So yeah, we remove the circuit, we put the plate in, nothing happens. The circuit goes in, and voila. I didn't know that. So we need 61 of them. We have 60, that's enough. Because some of them are going to be hatches anyways. Well, this is GregTech. You talk and you run into a problem. This is not any rotor, is osmiridium. It is perfectly fine because we get osmium from mechanism, we get iridium from our miners, and well, we're good. It's just that you have to wait. And that's actually one of my goals for today. I really want more of these. Well, I don't want it. We need it. Anyways, circuit number 12. I think it's argon. And it's working. 90 seconds for like one ingot? Oh no, it's more. Encoding all the patterns is a bit of a painful job, but you have no idea how satisfying it is when you stand here and just autocraft everything. And yeah, this is a stupendously big machine. And I'm not even sure if it's correct. Oh, it is. Nice. So the way that I set it up is that we have 10 input buses for different recipes and one output bus. And it's going to work at LUV. I have hooked up everything to power and to our refined storage system, and I had to move the input buses to the corner, because if you put them in the center, then you can't really access them in order to change the circuits. But for the moment, our first pattern is going to be tantalum carbide. That is something that I need in order to make the alloy blast furnace, and let us see if I can make it. We already have a decent supply, I just want to see if the mixer works. Okay, it's working. It's making noises. And it should come here. Perfect. Here is your dimensional chest. Wrong one. That was the polyethylene pulp for the nether stars, but this works, and I'm happy. I also set the rest of the patterns, so I guess we should be able to order the actual ingots. Yeah, we already got one. Perfect. How long does it take? 3 seconds. It's actually not that horrifying. So the main reason that was my first stupid pattern, just for testing, is the SMD stuff. So each and every one of them that you see over here does require the polybenzimidazole, which we already made, but literally every single one requires a different alloy. So I don't know, vanadium gallium, HSSG. Well, this one is easy. Then you have HSSS, then you have niobium titanium, and indium gallium phosphide, and HSSE. So yeah, that's going to be a lot of work to set up all the patterns. Since we are going to try and solve every single problem that we encounter immediately from now on, because there's no joke, I think we should focus on indium. Also, where's my food? I ate it all. It's perfectly fine. There should be plenty. There's actually not plenty. Oh, you don't have bread. Never auto-crafted the bread. Here, craft more. Thank you. Actually, before getting some indium, maybe we should do some remodeling. But just a teeny tiny bit. I did manage to clean up all the machines that we had over here from mechanism and thermal expansion and industrial foregoing, and I took them to the space station. I moved the stupid waypoint to over there so that I don't hit it every 5 seconds, and well, I tried to clean up everything as best as I can. And for some very weird reason, I'm really proud of these lines. It literally took me ages. But I said that we are going to focus on indium. I have another problem. So before I started working here, I had around 60,000 buckets of chlorine. And you might notice I don't have 60,000 buckets anymore, and it's dropping like crazy. As well as oxygen apparently. Getting chlorine is not going to be that difficult. Basically what you need is some gas tiers, you put it inside a chemical reactor, you will get salt water, you electrolyze it, and you get chlorine. Or you can skip one of the steps and just use salt. So how the hell do you get salt? Very good question. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you brine, the fluid. Since we are not generating sulfur anymore, we already have like 6 million of it. Well, we are not using the thermal evaporation towers, so what we should be able to do is to get a rotary condensator, and let us pray I did not mess up any recipes. I did dismantle our entire mechanism auto-crafting, so yeah, that could have been a problem. But we're going to convert brine, the fluid, into brine, the gas. And then the only thing that we need is a chemical crystallizer, which I guess if I place down the rotary condensator like that, it should go in. Yes, exactly. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is salt. and we're going to import it into our QIO network. And I guess let's go to our GregTech base. Over here we do have an electrolyzer, which I guess we can do something like this. Export it here. Yeah. We're getting chlorine. Very slowly though. It takes time. The reason that I'm doing this, even though we're producing chlorine from mechanism in very large quantities, is that, well, I like things to be standard. I don't really want to have two different types of chlorine, I just want the one. And it's incredibly late for me to switch every ender tank, every recipe and everything in my system. Moving on to indium, the first step is to get some indium concentrate. We just need to have a mixer, and yes, I'm aware that we do have a multi-block mixer, but that's not for this. We need to export galena as well as sphalerite. We shall enable item input from the output side, and we shall also mix it with some sulfuric acid. There you go. Indium concentrate. The indium concentrate has to go inside a chemical reactor with some aluminium, and that should give us indium. Perfect. Now we have to get rid of these things. So here we're getting a few things. One of them is called aluminium sulfide dust, which should be electrolyzed, and in return we get a ton of oxygen back, which is great. So I have set up a few entangled blocks. This one goes to the electrolyzer. That should take care of it. We're also getting some lead zinc solution, which has to be centrifuged. So our centrifuge never had an input hatch, and now that it has, it shall be entangled here. And you know, we can just pump in the fluid. Now, where's the fluid? What if we change the output to the top? And try this again? No. This is one of my problems with GregTech machines. It works if you use actual pipes with pipe upgrades, but mechanism doesn't seem to understand it. But pipes are laggy, so I have to come up with a solution. Well, I guess I can have a drawer on top. Yeah, that works. We are sending too many items inside the centrifuge as well as the electrolyzer, but there is an upgrade. Yes, the parallel control hatch. From the LUVH we should be able to make it, and it can handle 4 recipes at the same time. So there could be a few issues right now, but later on it will be solved. Don't you worry. Also, I guess we can be cheaty and have a hopper for indium? Yeah, so that takes care of indium and every single byproduct. So I thought maybe I should add a few more automations, and for that I needed some cantle. I didn't have a pattern for it, so let's see if we can make it. I mean, we had plenty of dust, but we should automate it. Is it going in? Yes. So cantle is with nitrogen, so it's you. This is such a pain. And then since you're hot, I guess we have to cool you down. So another one over there. So can you make me extra pistons now? Thank you. Very kind of you. The thing is, I realized we have a teeny tiny bit of space over here, so I added one EV arc furnace in order to make annealed copper as well as tempered glass. I can assure you, the glass is there. You can't see it. And since we are already making tempered glass, we might as well try to make the laminated glass as well. You know, literally next to each other. I'm going to export them using conveyors into an ender chest. I don't really think we need any other recipes for the forming press, so yeah. And yes, we're making laminated glass. Automatically for the first time. An amazing day. So you try to fix one thing and something else goes wrong. Well, our supply of chlorine is growing steadily. It's fine, I can also increase it, but we're losing sulfuric acid. And I can't make sulfuric acid because I don't have any oxygen. Well, nothing to spare at least. Our oxygen comes from this distillation tower and also these electrolyzers, and it's not enough. So I need a 5x5x4 space so that I can fit a big electrolyzer. Maybe here? It's not chunk loaded, but I'm always here, I guess. What is this? We don't care. I think it's for epoxy. We think about that later. Amazing news! I'm out of oil. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm not out of oil. I'm processing oil faster than I'm producing it, which is not great. Oh, and by the way, I finally took the tanks of sulfuric copper solution. That gives me some sulfuric acid and oxygen back. The first electrolyzer that I ever made took me like 10 hours. This one took, I don't know, half an hour. This was amazing. Maybe even less. But I'm really hoping that is going to solve my main issues. So, here is your power. Obviously, it is going to work at LUV. Nothing blew up. Good. Here is your water. And I guess some maintenance. Yeah? Do you need all the tools? Jerk. Seriously, every single tool. Okay. But we're getting something. Somewhere. Hydrogen, oxygen. Perfect. That's all I wanted. For the moment, you guys go in a tank, and I shall entangle you very soon. That's actually not that bad. How is it that fast? Why is it one tick? What? What did I make? Can someone explain that to me? Because I'm a bit confused. And this is why I'm confused, because these electrolyzers are IV and it takes them 5 seconds. That should have taken 2.5 seconds? maybe 1 second, not 1 tick. Okay, I don't have to worry about oxygen ever again. It's just that I should import it into my system and I have no idea how. And I have made a huge maze here. Okay, here's what we're going to do. It's a very stupid way of doing that, but I don't really have a choice. We're going to have some ultra importers and we entangle the tank to these entangled blocks. The thing is, I don't really have a connection up there, but the oxygen is gone and this is the hydrogen. How fast are we gaining them? What the? Oh my goodness. Half of my problems are solved. Well, now that we have an infinite supply of oxygen and hydrogen, let's get some sulfuric acid. I think we can make sulfuric acid in just 2 chemical reactors. Well, for now, let us have the one, because we do need to pump it out. Yep, now we can place you. I know you don't actually have to touch that side, but it's easier for me. I'm sorry. So the first chemical reactor is going to make us hydrogen sulfide. We do have sulfur inside. We shall lock you and auto-eject. Yeah, that is hydrogen sulfide, goes into the second one. And then I think there is a circuit for sulfuric acid, because one gives you garbage, the other one does not. Okay, circuit number 2. Another dimensional chest, locked, and auto-eject. Yes, sulfuric acid. Finally. Can I try it like this? It will go that side? Ah, okay. Then I know how to do that. Don't you worry. It's not going to be an amazing supply of sulfuric acid, but that's fine for me. Because we are also getting it as a byproduct of polybenzimidazole, and we are also getting it from our oil processing. So it doesn't really have to be generated that crazy fast. The speed that we have at this very moment is more than enough. We just import it back. And I think I have to install some void upgrades for some of these guys. Especially oxygen. Where is oxygen? Well, you do have a void upgrade. I don't care. We go home. Let us get back to the main task at hand, which is the advanced SMD stuff. You know, we need it for the next tier of circuits. We don't need them, but it's better if we have them, because then we don't really need to change it ever again. The problem is that most of the alloys that it requires does require an alloy blast furnace. This thing that we have over here. And one of my other problems is that, yes, making this is relatively easy now, but I don't have the coils. And I'm not really sure how many of them we need. It has like 101 recipes, so I was thinking maybe we should have 4 of them. We're going to need a ton of coils, and I have been checking on the recipe of coils. It seems I can make the next tier of coils, which is naquadah. I have actually been AFK here for a while, and I am processing some naquadah, and so far we have 225 hot naquadah ingots. We have already made naquadah, we have been making the silicon. And yes, I have noticed that this recipe is LUV, but we do have the large assembling factories and they do work at LUV. So we're basically cheating and we're getting this a bit faster. But this time maybe I should make like, I don't know, 200, 300 of them? Maybe even way more. Let me gather some garbage and I'll meet you back in like 2 hours, I guess. It's been actually 5 minutes later and I ran into a very small problem. So in order to cool down naquadah, we need liquid helium. And I'm not really sure. Can we cheat and put it on a loop? I honestly don't think you can. Well, it's a 1-to-1 ratio, but if you use it for cooling down something, yeah, you're going to lose half of it. Jerks. Well, that is liquid helium, which I guess I can just extract it from one output hatch and put it inside the other. An input one? I am assuming once the input hatch gets full of helium, then it's going to start processing naquadah. I hope. Everything has to be complicated. Or maybe I should just add another vacuum freezer. I don't want to. Oh, what? Never mind. Really? Never mind. Yeah, I need to make 1 more vacuum freezer. I was hoping I can have 2 more blast furnaces here, but I guess we will have 2 vacuum freezers. I had to add 1 more vacuum freezer. It's taking in helium. It's giving us liquid helium. And it's inserting it into the second one. And then we're importing the excess helium back into our system, so it goes on a loop. Also, when that stupid pipe gets full, I can also use this vacuum freezer for other recipes. However, for the coils, we have 73 buckets of tungsten steel. That's actually 8 stacks of ingots. Let us go to our reactor area and start making coils. I think for now, we can like sacrifice some polyethylene, you know. We just put tungsten steel inside. I have already put the naquadah wires on auto crafting, so we should be able to craft some of them. And the foil is actually osmium, so this is super cheap. Yeah, it's making it. We're making the new coil. That is the hope. Where is it going? He's doing something. Oh, it takes 35 seconds. Oh my goodness. Well, I'll be here for a while, I guess. But I think we got the first one. Yes, we have it. And it's not a quest. I just needed to make a coil. It didn't have to be necessarily this one. But with osmium, it was pretty cheap. I have just set up a crazy amount of patterns. So we wanted a total of 4 alloy blast melters, correct? I made the controllers because there was no point of having patterns for them. But the other parts were a bit complicated. We need 36 heat vents. And well, I have that one on auto crafting. Okay, it's making that. That's a good sign. Then we need the high temperature smelting casing, which I don't really know. Let's go with 2 stacks. This is the hard part. If it just makes... Oh, it made it. Okay, then we're good. I was going to say that if it makes the 1, I'll be very happy. As for the Naquadah coils, I think we had like 40 of them. Well, now we have 44 of them. Generally speaking, we are going to have 8 stacks of them. I don't know how many that is, but that's a lot. What are they doing? Oh, you're making the carbide. Okay, that's not a very good sign. That means it's either in the wrong hatch or something went wrong somewhere. Oh, it's making the other one. Okay, we're good. Don't you worry. You know, you set up like 40 patterns, and if one of them is wrong, then you have to find it. The crafting job has been done, and I'm just going to assemble the blast furnaces, but I noticed a teeny tiny boo-boo. So do you remember that I was electrolyzing salt in order to get chlorine? That was a really bad idea, and I just did something way worse. I just wanted some pumps. I didn't want to waste the IV ones. So the thing is, one of the most important things that we ever have to make is going to be epoxy, correct? That's going to be the next tier of circuits until the end of the game. I just came here to take some infinite water sources. So getting the chlorine itself was fine, but we actually need the salt water. Do you know why? Because yeah, it does give you chlorine, but it also gives you sodium hydroxide, which you need in order to make epoxy. I was electrolyzing salt water, so we do have like 11,000 of it. I'm not sure if it's going to be enough or not, but that's the only recipe of getting it. So we're just gonna fill in a few tanks and then feed it to our electrolyzer. And I think I should stop talking and start assembling the blast furnaces. We're going to do it here. And hopefully within one chunk, that's not gonna happen. Oops. Please remind me that next time I should not live in a mountain. It's a horrible place. I have started working on the alloy blast furnaces, and one of the things that I did not think of is that it takes a very long time to get the stupid coils. Yes, it does take 30 seconds, but processing Naquadah takes a bajillion years. And also, I think it's kind of a waste. We need 4 more. Okay. So I'm not really sure how we're going to do this, but I think we're going to have 3 input buses for each of them, so that, you know, we can have different circuits. And I guess 1 output hatch, maybe? For the actual stupid alloy, and somehow we have to send it to our vacuum freezer so that we would be able to get the ingots. How do we do that? I don't know. But one thing that I know is that you can perform maintenance on a maintenance hatch, which doesn't really work, okay? 3 more coils. This is gonna take ages. The coils are ready, all of them are operational, and I need to solve a very small puzzle. So I don't really want to input the fluid back into our system and then tell it, hey, put it inside the vacuum freezer. I really want it to be directly done. 576 millibuckets equals 4 ingots, right? This is vanadium gallium. I'm just taking 1 as an example, then I will do the rest myself. So it does require argon, and we're going to try it with this guy. Here is your argon. So if I put you on a distinct bus, put you to circuit number 12, put the pattern inside, are you even gonna work? Okay, you're working. That's good. And I also like the color. So we're getting the fluid, right? Yes. We should be able to extract all the fluids, put them in some sort of a dimensional tank. I don't think we have anything with number 7. No, so 7 is good. So if we put the fluid inside this dimensional tank and put the other one at our vacuum freezer, what are you doing? Stop. Well, it does need to have 1 more input bus. If I put it there, what are you going to do? Oh, you're going to do that. Okay, it's going in. So the craft is done. What if there is a conflict? Why is there a thunderstorm? So vanadium gallium is fine. Let's try something else in the same machine. Okay. Nothing with helium. We do molten HSSS. Also, you have to be very careful because it gives you all the wrong stuff. And no, we need to start with something else. So for now, this is going to be the pattern. Once I get the ingots, I can change it. Oh, it's a stupid fluid. Okay, just make me the one. Distinct bus, circuit number 14. Okay, it works. We just have to change the pattern, and I forgot how many I had. Well, it's easy to calculate. We just have to divide 1296 by 144. That is 9 ingots. So there you go. So in this way, instead of inputting the fluid into our system and deal with it, we're just directly putting it inside the vacuum freezer. But this is the hard part. I want to see if this one works. Which I don't know how to make the dust. It's fine. We just macerate some. Just for testing purposes, I will add a macerator. Also, you have to be very careful because it always gives you the wrong dust. So, osmium is not that one, it's this one. And iridium also looks like this one. If this one works, then we're good. So, circuit number 13. Distinct bus. You go in and you craft me 1 bucket. You're doing that. Okay, we're good. I'll do the rest of the patterns. Ladies and gentlemen, everything that we have done today is for this very moment. Also, everything that we have done last episode. Where is my polybenzimidazole? Did I eat it? Seriously, where is it? Did I never put it in? Okay, then what we have done is not for this very moment, it's for in like 5 minutes. Because I do have that stupid polybenzimidazole, I forgot to put it inside the dimensional tank. And I forgot where it is. Oh, you're the one. I'm assuming channel number 6 is also empty. Good. Then you go in and we go back to the reactor area. So all of these garbage that you see over here don't require anything special, so they can just go inside. And the question is, can I order them? The advanced ones, not the garbage ones. Can we have inductors? Are you gonna make them? You're making them. You made them. Oh my goodness. This is gonna be amazing. What is this? Oh, you need to make the foil. Okay. I was scared. Look how fast everything is. I have no idea how long it has been. 20 hours, 30 hours. And I'm happy. Nonetheless, everything that we have done so far is that next episode, we need to redo our entire clean room. What we want inside is going to be a large cutting machine, a large engraving laser, and this stupid little machine, the Advanced Circuit Assembler 3. And that is the only way that we would be able to start making the nanoprocessor mainframe, which is going to be our first LUV circuit. So I believe this is something that I can make already. You need the quantum eye. Oh, radon. I made radon. Did we make radon? Yes, 70 buckets. So what do you do with it? Chemical bath. Why does it have to be a chemical bath? Which I have, so who cares? Oh, but this is HV. We still have converters. We're good. Also, what the hell are you doing? Oh, Naquata. Okay, do that. I do have to automate radon later on, so this is just going to be a very temporary setup. And we just check your HV, your HV. So you go on top, we shall connect you. I believe a stupid pump is not a very bad idea. And we're going to set it to input, like so. So the radon goes in, and I don't really know. We go with half a stack of Eyes of the Ender. Oh, this takes ages. Oh, 24 seconds. It's not amazing, but we should also make some quantum stars. I just want to get the assembler. That's it. Also, this looks amazing. Can you like throw it? No. I should put this on an item frame. I'm going to be a bit lazy. This is how we make platinum rods, apparently. Here is our EV emitter. And can I make this? So there you go. The Advanced Circuit Assembler. This is gonna be amazing. And since next episode, I'm actually going to rip it off. How many mainframes do we have left? 4. I don't know, can I have like 20 more just in case? It seems I can. Don't know who's doing what, but we don't care. It's a very good thing that I checked, because I thought in order to make the next tier of circuits, for example the nanoprocessor, this is gonna be the recipe. The recipe is LUV, so I have to go with this one. That means I have to do a few gizmos inside the clean room. So yeah, maybe I am going to need more mainframes. I'm not sure. But honestly speaking, I don't think the person who came up with the idea of GregTech has any ideas. How much space can you have inside a clean room? This is massive. This is 15 by 15 by I don't know how much. You can't fit that many machines inside. Anyways, I think with that, ladies and gentlemen, it is a good time to wrap up the episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Till the next one, bye bye.